one small step at a time. I am prepared to cause trouble. Administering aid. Yes, I got one! We will kick up a dust storm. No maneuvering out of this. Supporting in T equals 0. Targeting. Hold on.
Thanks for the help.
Threat neutralized. Let's go. The fight is not over. Hyper ring out. Maximum velocity.
Come get some of this!
Locking satellite vector.
Orbital Ray?
Welcome to orbit.
Peak performance!
Now that's more like it.
Look out! Here I come. No signs of enemy life detected.
Nice one. Love to do that, right?
Welcome.
I didn't know that you like that, Connie. Someone don't give you that, Connie? I do.
Hi. Hello.
Hey! What's up?
Hello. Hey.
Davey? Davey!
Hi.
There goes I'm here. Luna, are
Arriving at Coliseo.
E? Ah, mapa aí.
Prepare for battle.
Gustare, deixa eu apresentar.
Select your hero. Good to see
Spend
you.
every moment growing into who you truly are.
So, you invented a form of light that's somehow
Wow.
alive. What's next for you?
Saving the Earth. And maybe learning to blow glass.
Those are on my list too.
The auto sale is now on. Save up to £600 in the go.
Oh, is it straight
Irrepressible.
for a man to hook up with a transgender woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I do believe it is based on a level of transitioning.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Flat out no.
Nope.
Nope.
Safety numbers. Enemy here.
No.
Okay. And L is yes for you, right? It is straight.
I answered both questions. That's the only reason I went to go to the restroom. I answered both of the questions already before I walked away. So what was it? You want me to read? Okay. I said that if
familiar
a
sting of
man, if a straight man is dating a transgender woman and she's fully like
It's not
has
gay.
all the
You
parts-
said it's not.
it's not gay. Yeah, I said that.
So can I? Okay, I just got. We won't linger long on this. I just have a couple questions. So, straight is short form slang for what?
Heterosexual. Yeah.
Heterosexual, right? So when we say homosexual, we mean same-sex relationship, right? Okay. You would agree that these people have not changed their sex, correct?
An enemy.
If they've gone through drastic surgery to change their sex, then
You can't change your sex.
but they're biological. They're
Can't change
biologically
your sex.
not. They're biologically not. Yeah.
Right. But so
They can't do certain things that a woman can do, like have a baby or have a
same-sex.
period.
but homosexual means same sex, right? Okay. Straight is short form slang for heterosexual. So if homosexual means same sex relationship, then you could perhaps argue they've changed their gender, but you wouldn't argue that they changed their sex, right? So then, wouldn't it be the case if two males were dating, regardless of their gender, they're in a homosexual relationship?
Yeah, it's two males that are that identify and have a penis.
They could even both be trans.
Yeah, I'm really confused by this identification. Why would the identification matter in this case? If homosexual, the definition means same sex. Hang on. Let me ask the question before you answer it. If homosexual means same sex, right? Same sex activity. If you're having sex with a member of the same sex, can you explain how that's not homosexual? I actually would like to know the answer.
I'm saying that if a man is like has a penis and is a man, like identifies as a man, is a man, and a transgender has surgery and has a vagina, I don't think that you're gay for being attracted to somebody that has had surgery to get there to be a woman. Like that's not gay to me. Like you're still
but I mean, gay men are attracted to other men all the time, right? But they're still gay.
And that's fine. But if you're not a gay man and you're attracted to someone that looks, is, and on all other accounts other than being able to have a baby or have a period, then that's not gay in my opinion.
That's all women are, is...
No, I'm just saying that that's like those are like the two big things that a transgender woman cannot do. But anything else is like that's what makes a woman.
Yeah, but here's the problem with this reasoning. Let me see if I can't point it out real quick. Let's say a man was brutally mangled in a propeller accident on a boat and lost his genitalia. And afterwards he had an estrogen spike, and so he grew breasts, and he already had long hair, and this kind of thing. You would not consider him a woman if he did not consider himself a woman, correct?
Because he's not making, he's in an accident. That's different.
So then all of this is based on So then all of this is based around self-identification, because if I gave you somebody else who was trans who had the same characteristics of the trans person you're talking about, you still would not consider that homosexual behavior, and that's what I don't understand. Same sex is same sex.
Well, see, you're talking about a single accident. What she's talking about is the whole identity, including the sex, and like an actual surgery, actual hormones, actually going through everything, reconditioning the body, because a lot of things go into conditioning. And
yes, okay. And I'm willing to grant that you can have genital surgery, you can have surgery on your body, you can have hormone replacement, all of these things to fit what we would consider secondary sex characteristics for women. I'm going to not dispute that. But then you still also have to tangle with this idea that if that were to naturally occur for a male, you would not consider him not a male unless he considered himself not a male. So if we got a one-to-one comparison of a person that has the same characteristics as somebody else who changed all those characteristics to be the thing, they would still be the same exact thing.
So I actually have a question.
Referring to any group of people as a thing is just crazy. Sorry.
I disagree, but I do have a question.
Wait, back up. I didn't refer to a group of people as a thing. I said if you have a thing that has the exact characteristics as another thing, I don't understand where you would create this delineation from.
Through choice of whether or not they. Oh my god, I don't want to carry this whole conversation. You can go for it. I don't care either way because I'm pansexual. I will date any type of person. So to me, it doesn't make a difference. But if we're just like talking about like, if there was a straight man that is dating a transgender woman, would I consider him gay? Personally, no. And is there anything that you can say? Yeah.
he's straight.
Yeah. And there's nothing that you can tell me that's going to change my belief or opinion on that.
If we're just looking at the pure definitions of...
Is a transgender woman biologically a woman? Absolutely not. And I think any transgender woman realizes and will recognize those differences between a biological woman and a woman that has gone through transition.
Well, then, if that is the case, then what is a woman?
Hide it.
You said again. I don't think I heard.
If that is the case, then what is a woman?
What is a man?
Man would be a person who had the reproductive capabilities of, they would have small gametes, they would have XY chromosomes, they would fit the ontological definition of a man.
Well, the whole chromosomes thing, it has been proven that, you know, it's all not necessarily true, and there's multiple variants of the
Maybe, and we can dispute that in a second. I'm happy to get into that, but before I do, what is a woman? Now that I've answered your question, can you answer mine?
Well, I don't really consider myself a woman, so I cannot really answer that. Because
what do you consider?
Hang on. Do you consider yourself a rock?
No, I don't consider myself a rock.
Well, but could you tell me what a rock is, even though you don't consider yourself one?
Stay on target.
I mean, I don't really deal with rocks, so no, I cannot.
Can't tell me what a rock is? Can you tell me what a tree is?
Yes, I can.
Now, are you a tree? Are you a tree?
But
it's really strange that you can hang on, it's really strange to me that you know what things are, even if you're not the thing. So what is a woman again?
Okay, so a woman, in my opinion, is someone who identifies as a woman.
A woman should be.
Oh. Wait, hang on. Let's move back.
In my
a woman
personal opinion, I don't really...
Okay, I understand. A woman is someone who identifies as a woman. If this is the case, then could you be sleeping with somebody and they roll over and say, "Hey, baby, I'm a woman," and you would be having lesbian sex?
Traveling to Havana.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify Point of Sale, the all-in-one POS solution built on the world's most powerful...
Knowledge is its own reward. Margaret. Hello. Hello there. Hello. 5, 4, 3. Hello there.
1. Attackers incoming.
Cover each other. We need to stop that payload.
Enemy turret
Switch to Chrome to stay in sync across devices, so your tabs go everywhere you go. Fast.
you wander off, I can't protect you.
Repositioning. Hey, can I look at the wings on your suit again?
I thought you preferred to stay on the ground.
It's for a different idea I had. I just thought the view from up there would be inspirational.
the Mini MBA in brand management is an essential course for
됐거든? 안녕.
Are your marketing and e-commerce teams struggling with managing and optimizing product data for various advertising channels? Then, Products Up Advertising PX is for you. Built for speed and massive scale.
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself from malware. Less worrying, more surfing. Fast, safe, yours.
The O2 sale is now on. Save up to £600 on the Google Pixel 8 from under £23 a month. Plus, roam freely in the EU, up to 25 gig. O2, see what you can do.
broadband is playing up. I think the routers.
Anton, stick to the script, please.
Sorry. Discover an epic struggle to work out why my ice dancing shows won't stream.
Anton, the script.
Watch this film when it comes out. Not that I'll be able to.
Cut!
Discover the freedom to forget your broadband worries.
Hyperoptic. We're in your corner. Check hyperoptic.com for availability and terms.
Foxy Mobile's unlimited social media is great.
Because you can see everyone's holiday snaps and feel like you're there even though you're not there.
Yeah, and it's only a tenner.
The fun never ends with unlimited social media on Voxy Mobile. Selected social apps in UK, TNCs apply.
demand fashion. Anytime, where.
We're outnumbered. Mind yourself. On the move.
We're out of time. Attack!
وريهم قوتك.
start anew. Receive my aid. Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Hail de Mahon! I've dealt with cynics before.
Can't handle the heat. Stay out of my way.
Life protects life.
My ultimate is almost charged. A cure for all the tales. Surrender to my will. Taste of poison. Transporting the payload. I require assistance. Score 3-0. Switching sides. Humanity is shackled. I will find the key.
What is your fascination with artificial decay?
To reverse entropy, we must tame it.
But inflicting it on yourself. You're withering away.
I've always thrived under a deadline.
It doesn't matter who you are. If a certain type, like a white girl that's sitting like talk to her, you can go really far off of that alone.
Right.
So it just falls into the society itself. And honestly speaking, bro, she might go far because, dude, they're encouraging her.
already did.
And she, dude, 20K to go to Dare? That's what celebrities do. Like,
Yeah.
50 Cent, all the people. I'm like, wow.
And I know it was 20. Like I was with the producers there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
will say this though. I don't think she's gonna last like that because, and I know what you said that like her, she does have a good image. She has
The
country
aesthetic,
accent,
yeah.
blonde hair, etc. That is gonna have mileage in the United States because that is the probably one of the more sought after females in America, right? You leave Miami's little bubble, you realize like, oh, men or white girls that are blonde that have a certain frame. So yeah, I agree with that. That is a good point that you made. I just think that it won't last because it's common. And then what she did, like, unless she's able to like distinguish herself in some kind of way in this, like, I would say she got 3 months to really do something where she can like distinguish herself from like all the other Beckys out there. And she has 3 months to do it. Now here's the other thing too. Now I agree with Santa actually with she is leaving a lot of money on the table with OnlyFans because the thing is that she came in off of sexuality.
Yeah.
So now, since she doesn't want to do OnlyFans, she's gonna have to go over what I call like the uphill battle of being taken seriously as a creator, as a female that came in through sexualization. So she's gonna have to prove to everyone, I'm not an idiot, I'm not just a bimbo, and I'm not just spitting on penises. And that's she's got an uphill battle to do that. So it's gonna be tough. So, and if she fails, she could go to the OnlyFans thing, which I think that might be her last ditch strategy. Like, let me cash out on OnlyFans because I don't have the ability to hold the long form content. She said she's gonna do a podcast, so I'm like, sweetheart, doing a podcast is not easy. And most, not to sound like a sexist asshole, but most female-led podcasts fail.
Yeah,
they just do because, like, unfortunately, like, how do I'm just gonna fucking say it. Women don't deal with the hero's arc. And what I mean by this, they don't go through the hero's journey. This is why if you look at Marvel movies, right, that are like female-centric, or they try to go ahead and change the Marvel character to a female, it does bad. Why? Because the feminine experience is not indicative of the masculine journey, where you're going in and you're training, and, you know, Rocky, get your ass whooped, sacrifice, train, punching a fucking meat thing in a fucking, you know, yeah, punching a carcass in a, I'll say carcass, punching a carcass in a fucking Philly free shop somewhere in the 1970s. Like, a lot of the time women don't like, they don't go through that. So, so with that said, podcasts a lot of the times are not interesting when it's female run, just being honest with you. I can't even think. The only female-led podcast I can think of that's even charted is Call Her Daddy. What do? They just talk about sex the whole time.
They broke up, by the way.
And they're not even still going, so...
Shout out 2 Girls, 1 Blonde.
That shit trash. That's trash, man.
I would
you guys
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that women don't go through anything heroic. What about giving birth?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Okay, that is not. Okay, so
That's
if
a
you're
9-month
journey,
how low the standard is. That's how low the standard is.
Yeah.
That she's referencing something that
You wanna
almost
touch
all
on that?
women.
Yeah, go ahead, touch on that.
That
Go ahead.
almost
Like-
all women do. Like that's amazing, and in
He's
fact,
on
it's a
top.
natural process.
It's
You don't even have
painful.
to earn the ability to do it. It literally is inevitable. All you have to do is like not use a condom.
The one talking about that
It's
she
amazing.
can't like fuck off because
Mo.
she's not thick. You're the
Send
one
that
here
video.
talking about society and about all this bullshit. I mean, what about get up to show if she was thick or not to make sure she was paying attention or not?
No,
Like,
because
what?
I'm giving her meaningful advice.
No,
Which is
how
to
is that
say
meaningful
that
advice?
you really need
How is
to
that? Why?
pay-
Because she doesn't have an ass, so
Well,
she has to
she's
pay attention?
turning
Like,
up
what?
here. I see. Jeez.
Like, bro.
Angry one over here.
Because you're
Jiminy
pissing me off.
Crickets. Why are you so mad?
No, because you guys aren't preaching what you guys are fucking like. You guys are like, no.
You could just explain to me. I'll listen to you. Please.
Okay, so let me just understand your viewpoint. So what is your what is your contention? It's precisely. Are you saying that women go through the hero's journey because they birth children?
Yes.
Is that your stance?
I
Okay.
mean, and not just that, but there's a lot
What
of
about
things that
Olympic-
women do
Olympic
that
women
men can do
athletes?
as well. What, you don't
Okay.
think women can go
That's
for
an
fights
example.
and fight like Rocky?
But what percentage of women are actually doing that?
Not as many probably.
But there's some
But
women doing it.
there's a lot of women
aren't we?
athletes too.
Yeah,
like,
sure, but that's a minority. That's like a very small minority. To become an Olympic athlete is extremely difficult, right? It's
For men
not
and
easy.
women. It's not just for women.
For sure, but let's be very, very blunt here and honest. Men compete on the hardest and biggest arena, where it's
Which is?
literally the top of the gene pool, top of the genetic, best of the best, etc. There's a reason why people watch the NBA and they don't watch the WNBA. There's a reason why people watch the NFL and there's no female NFL equivalent. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but human beings, when we're gonna sit here and like watch a competition, we want to see the best of humanity, and that is males. Now, with that said, back to what you were saying before. I mean, I think that's a fact. The WNBA has been non-profitable since its inception.
But isn't it also because like isn't it just now getting profitable? I think
No,
it's
it's
really
not
just like a hype
profitable.
thing
No,
that makes
it's
it.
not.
But it wasn't even enough to like even hit the charts.
Yeah, they operate at a deficit every single year, and they're subsidized by the NBA. They lose money to operate, and it's subsidized by men.
Taken care of. Daddy takes care of them.
But isn't like the reason why women's sports aren't viewed as much because men only fund men's businesses and men's sports?
No,
that's actually doesn't
Actually, so you know what's funny? That is not true at all, and I'll tell you this because as a former Division I athlete, I'll tell you this. There's something called Title 9 or Title 12. I forget the exact title, but basically it goes this way. Whatever amount of funding you go for sports, and you can back me up on this because you went to D1 school as well. Whatever amount of sports funding goes to the male side, has to go to the female side. So if you look at any big college football team, what do they always have? They have a big female crew team. Why? Because it eats up a bunch of money. They get the best gear, etc. So that's not true. Women's sports are actually funded equally in colleges. And a lot of the time, in colleges.
Yeah,
now
but
we're gonna go professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay. Here's the thing though. When you go professionally, guess what? It becomes a business, and it becomes about being profitable. So
But
the
also
reality is that female sports are not profitable.
But the men's business have been going on for longer because of the opportunity that men had.
Okay, let's have fun with this. Wait a minute. Hold on, let's have fun with this. How many of you have been to a WNBA game?
Raise your hand.
Oh, okay. How many of you have been to an NBA game? Okay. So you fund the very problem you're complaining about.
No, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, like, it's a choice. It doesn't mean that women aren't doing it.
How come guys in OnlyFans don't make as much money that we do?
But there's still men doing it. There's still women doing it. Just because people are watching it doesn't mean that it's not right.
Yeah, because I'm like, you can't compare the two. They're two different things.
So in business, right? It's not about feeling. It's about money.
Yeah.
Who's making the most money? So by default, if we have two teams here, one men, one women, and they don't make money as a result, who's our fault here?
Okay, I totally understand that, but I also feel like men want to fund men's things, and like, isn't society built that like men are the ones that are supposed to make
You
the
said
money?
people feel like, but in reality, this is money.
Yeah.
That's how you feel. It is money.
And actually, you prefer to fund men's sports by your own
NBA game.
admission.
Yeah.
You go to an NBA game, but you will not go to a WNBA game. So, and I guarantee you, if I ask the majority of women, have you been to a professional female sporting event? Most would probably say no. But if I asked if you've been to a professional male sporting event, they would say yes. So if women really love women's sports as much as they say, and they were so strong feminists, they would never go to a guy's sports game, and they would just go to the women's one. But why do they not? Because human beings want to watch the best of the best. That's what it is. Now, with your argument is, well, women have babies. And
we're still capable of doing the same thing men are doing, is what I'm saying. By choice of other people that are watching them or making them more money, whatever the case may be, women are still capable of doing the same thing men are doing, whether you want to watch it or not.
Okay.
In their own category.
Exactly.
Yeah, but their category is, with all due respect, mediocre. Like, because if they
Okay,
competed
well, they're
against...
still doing it. If you go watch a female, they're still dunking, they're still playing games.
Actually, they're not
doing
dunking. They're not dunking. See, you don't even watch the WNBA. So you don't even watch it because they're not dunking. That was crazy.
So you mentioned, right, before pregnancy, that by itself is a feat, you're right. Women can handle that, only that. But granted, what would it take to get pregnant? Play the clip, Bills. So recently, we've seen what it takes to get pregnant, and it's not that hard. That's what you segued. That's how you're gonna play it, nigga. Play it right now. All right, right now. All right.
What the fuck?
Look, he's fucking nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my god. He's nutted on my leg.
That's disturbing.
It's so accessible. You can get it anywhere. You know what it takes? A man first. So don't tell me that bullshit about pregnancy. You need a muscle.
You guys can't even handle cramps.
Look, see, there's no
can't even
need.
handle cramps.
Hold on.
Can't even
To get pregnant. Play the clip, Bills. So recently, we've seen what it takes to get pregnant, and it's not that hard. Go ahead, Bills. Play the clip.
That's what you segued to? That's how you're gonna
Play it, nigga. Play it right now. All right, right now. All right.
What the fuck?
Look, he fucking nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my god. He's nutted on my leg.
Stop the show.
That's disturbing.
A nut. It's so accessible. You can get it anywhere. And you know what it takes? A man first. So don't tell me that bullshit about pregnancy. You need a muscle.
You can't go through a pregnancy. You guys can't even handle cramps.
Look, see, there's no
Can't
need.
even handle cramps.
Hold on.
Can't even handle cramps.
Well, the
The combination of cramps you can't even handle.
Well, there's no need. So ultimately, but honest, I'm not doing shit, nigga. I'm not doing shit. Just saying.
But that goes both ways, though.
So,
Both ways, like with the
But you need to see
hustle,
you
like,
to succeed.
Yeah.
So you really need us.
Yeah.
You need us as men.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
and you need us. The same way we need you, you need
We need
us.
each other.
Okay.
But you need us first, though, nigga.
okay.
No, but without us, you can't have your kids, so you can have all your you want. Like,
So-
I'm sure you want to have kids. I'm sure men want to have
Miss
kids,
Columbia,
but
you got to understand. So, you tried. What you presented was like a false equivalency, right? And what I mean by that is, I described the hero's journey where the other sex is not relevant. That individual is training for some type of competition where it's going to be intense and difficult, and they're making extreme sacrifices to do so.
and women go through that too.
However, you gave something that isn't necessarily a hero's journey because anyone can get pregnant, and you need another individual
Not
to do it.
anyone. Not anyone can get pregnant.
In this TNH.
Okay.
She's Latina saying not anyone can get pregnant.
Hold
That's
on.
amazing.
I can prove to you, anyone can be pregnant. Even an Asian whore that's lying.
This guy.
There's a lot of women that can't have babies.
Okay, look,
And more
you-
after that one thing.
There's a lot of women that have
miscarriages.
Look,
exactly.
Look,
They can't carry a
And there's a lot of men that don't have good semen to have kids. So
She keeps saying a lot.
I gave
It's so
the example
imprecise.
of like Rocky, right? Training for the movie, right? In the movie where he's, you know, waking up early in the morning, going on runs, training 2 to 3 times a day, sacrificing, training to get into a fight where he could possibly die, etc. And you're trying to compare that to having a child. Now, of course, I think having a child is the best thing that you can do. But I'm sorry, that is not the hero's journey. Not every single man goes through the hero's journey. Only a select few of men go through that journey, which is why people want to watch it. Remember, this whole debate
there are women
started.
that do that too.
This whole debate started with female podcasts and male podcasts, and why female podcasts typically don't do as well. And then I was talking about, and I went a little bit further, saying, well, it's because women don't typically have the hero's journey that men do. We have to become who we are.
So is this an opinion or a fact?
Here's how to turbocharge your IT operation. Go to Atera.com, the IT management platform powered by Action AI. Manage unlimited devices, any OS and SNMPs, plus all your ticketing from one intuitive dashboard. Yep, giving you maximum control and oversight of your network. Access any device and remotely connect in a click to solve issues with even more precision. With IT automations and patching that just work, you know that your organization is running smoothly and free from interruption. Well, most of them anyway. And if you're sick of spending hours trying to resolve long-winded issues, Atera's AI Copilot works at your side to enhance your IT capabilities. Think of it like your own personal IT wingman. Love Love reading endless ticket descriptions? Copilot does. Manually running diagnostics? Copilot has your back. How about searching for the ideal solution? Copilot! If it's speed and efficiency you need, Copilot's your answer. So, ready to reset the way you do IT? Try a Terra now.
Get iPhone 15 Pro at Vodafone and save a huge £432. But hurry, this deal ends 25th of July.
This is a fact. Men must earn their value. Women don't.
Women, clearly we have to defend our value here. Like, it's not what
Let
we're
me give
doing
you an
right
example,
now.
because you use sports, and sports is really easy.
Yeah.
We often use the strength thing, and people are like, well, obviously men are stronger than women. That's not fair. But let's consider this. You had a blonde, blue-eyed white girl say, yeah, just spit on that thing. And people are like, oh, give her 20,000. She's great. Now, let's flip it. Let's say it was a black guy who was instead talking about women, and he said, yeah, you know, just go spit on that thing and eat it up.
Don't rappers do it?
Must you interrupt? You're not even civilized. See, that's why we can't let women lead, because your emotions are causing you to be impolite. You were interrupting him several times, now you're interrupting me. Would you mind if I complete a sentence? Thank you, love. Now,
and we'll give you an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the woman says something that is sexual, aggressive, some might say perverse, and says it in public without shame. And then we applaud her. Would you imagine if a man said that exact same thing in the exact same context? We'd call him creepy. We'd say that he's a predator. We would shun him, and I can assure you he'd be the opposite of famous. He might get canceled. He might lose his job. The social pressures are on. Can we agree on that?
Yes. But who's making her famous?
Watching a circus stream then.
Who's making her famous?
Let's let her finish. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah.
That's a presidential candidate.
That's what I'm saying.
That was already a television show.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
agree
star.
with you. But that's what I agree
famous
with
and
you guys.
successful.
Listen, I agree with you guys. I don't honestly, unfortunately, I really don't agree with you. And
I
I'm
can
not.
care less if you agree or not.
Hey, Big Man. Big Man.
I'm a real girl's girl. I'm not a fake ass girl's girl like half of you girls here in Miami.
One thing about me is never be fake. So.
All right, babe, and that's what I'm not.
Are those breasts real?
No, they're not. What does that have to do with my personality?
You just said never be fake, but much of
We're talking about my.
much of you is fake. That's
okay.
the challenge.
Okay.
It's like there's no reality.
Okay.
Did you finish your? Did you have a response for that?
No, I'm done.
You don't. Okay. I was gonna ask you this because you're critical of my concept that like women don't really go through the hero's journey. Can you name me like one female like superhero that went through the journey?
Superhero or a real life person?
Superhero, or let's say a fictional character that people look up to or aspire to. Can you name one that you could think of like
Wonder
that
Woman.
go through? Yeah, like a female that went through
You
the
said
hero's journey.
a character, right?
Yeah.
Wonder
Yes.
Woman.
Actually, she was given her powers from the beginning.
Black Widow.
And so was Superman.
She was.
Yeah, that's why he's not as popular as Batman.
How was Batman? Like, I don't even know about Batman. How did Batman?
You don't know
even-
BBC?
Okay. That's why Captain Marvel, like, she's not as interesting as the other superheroes. I mean, again, all I'm trying to say is that the hero's journey is a masculine journey. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to explain to you. And
No,
you trying to equate that to a woman giving birth is not the same at all. Like, there's no movies about a chick pushing out babies, but there's a bunch of movies about dudes overcoming adversity, getting to the top, and doing it through, trial and tribulation. Like, it's not the same whatsoever. And the fact you try to equate a female giving birth to like Rocky is wild. And that's why men in general, this is, and I'm trying to be very honest with you, this is why these movies are doing really bad that try to put a female lead actress in a hero's role, because women, it's not authentic. Women don't typically go through the hero's journey. Like, for example, you're 28 years old, right?
Damn.
If I take a guy your age, right, do you think he's gonna have the same level of access to life that you have?
He'd be broke.
Matter of fact, you have a famous quote.
Yeah.
I think you might.
Absolutely.
The brain one, remember?
Yeah, I was holding it in too, because she definitely exemplifies it.
Go ahead, dude. This is like perfect time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. Oh shit.
If I took your brain and put it in a man's body, you would be in poverty.
That her body or the man?
I ain't gonna lie, like them girls kind of turn me on sometimes. They kind of turn me on because you can confuse them. You just be confusing them for fun. Shit, you cheat on them, get busted, and then confuse them.
I was home, babe.
That was AI.
I was home, babe.
That wasn't me. That was AI.
Oh, man. Did anyone else have anything that they want to add? You wanted to say something, right?
That's why she get that dumb brain. That dumb
I'm
brain.
not dumb. That's actually very insulting.
It is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to call dumb people dumb to their face. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, well, what I
No,
wanted
I'm gonna
to
tell
say,
you why.
I thought it was my turn. I thought it was my turn to respond, right?
go ahead.
It's my
Go
turn.
ahead. Sure,
so
go ahead.
your whole thought about like the meme that is going around or whatever, it's like, oh, why are we like glorifying this girl saying like outrageous things? Because if it was somebody else, then it wouldn't be that same, right?
Yeah, it'd be offensive and they'd get canceled.
Correct, but who's making her famous? Y'all.
Simps. No, I say beat up simps.
Y'all.
I'm all about
Y'all
beat
are
up
making
simps.
her famous.
I didn't even know what the club was called. You heard me? Like,
I
no,
mean,
I
neither
say
did I.
beat up simps. I think these guys are disgusting. I think slurs wouldn't even be allowed to thrive and make money if we didn't have weak males. That's the true problem. I'm not one of the guys who's in red pill and they say like women are the problem. I say men and women are the problem, but mostly men because men are the leaders and they fall. Right? Like, for example, women will be as deluded as they want to be. They don't need to live in reality. Baby girl just told us that her parents are Muslim and she also is in OF. Those two things are so far apart, it's not even funny. So we allow women to live in Disneyland, but the problem lies in when men start to live in Disneyland. Guys are completely psychotic. They say they want a girl who's a good girl, but then they'll still date a girl who has a checkered past and has slept with an infinite amount of guys and then marry her. See, I'm not one of those guys. I find it to be utterly disgusting. That's why I call it out. Now, with regards to speaking on people who display a lack of intelligence, even though it's impolite and rude, I think it's necessary because in this day, we've allowed people like Sexy Red to become popular and spread their filth. So I'm a part of the army stigmatizing those persons so that we know, no, love, you don't look good with those big eyelashes. You look like a damn fool. No, we don't want you to wear a fake hair hat. It's disgusting. So I got to speak on it when they're doing dumb things because otherwise she'll walk around thinking that she's a big deal. When in reality, she's not a big deal. She shouldn't interrupt anyone. They say women are good at multitasking. Here's 2 tasks. Shut up and sit down. Master that.
He thinks because he has a suit, he can say shit. Like,
Like, why are you only stigmatizing like
Because
women?
you got money, Marquette, and you have a suit, and you work out, and you're 6 foot tall.
You had something and then you had something, right? Sure.
Yeah.
We'll let all the ladies say what they got to say.
So like just how you said, like there's simps and then the good guys or whatever. Like the same with women. Like not everybody.
Ooh, I wish it was the same with women.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
really
gonna generalize
do.
a whole gender. Let's do that right now.
No, I like where you're going with this, and I'm going to differentiate because we're not talking about women.
Oh, what
and
are
this
we
is
talking
important.
about?
Often people say modern women. Well, modern women just describes the females of our age. You know, the females in this generation. We really shouldn't say modern women. We really should say lower class women. Because what we're often struggling with are the behaviors of lower class women. Low IQ, low EQ, low income, low morals. That's what we're dealing with. And the problem with females is because they don't take accountability. If I were to address you as an individual because you cannot take like accept that you might have a flaw, instead you say, oh, no, don't talk about women. Baby, we ain't talking about women. We're talking about you.
I know.
Baby, we ain't talking about women. We're talking about you.
That's
There's
fair.
a difference. Like, as a man,
I'm educated.
I hear you, love. As a man, I can take accountability and acknowledge that I'm imperfect. So, for example, if someone said, if a chick said to me, like, hey, Marquette, you know, I really like guys with hair. Then I have to say, you know what, if I were you, I'd prefer a guy with hair too. You heard me, some nice waves like mine, like, for sure. Like, that is better than being bald. You see, I'm not going to pretend and say, oh, like, male pattern. You know, I'm not going to try to explain it away. I'm going to say, you're right. And in that area, I am not top of the category. Whereas if you deal with a woman and say, hey, rate each other, like, oh, girl, you're a bad B, you're beautiful, you're all 10s. Whereas men, we have to live in reality. We have to acknowledge the reality about ourselves and the reality about others and figure out where we stand on the hierarchy. Because I can tell you this, if you ask this young lady, is she intelligent, she'll look you dead in your eyes and say yes. If you ask her, does she have manners, she'd say yes. But she's been interrupting and she's been rude and unruly this whole time, which is why I have to address it. Because too often, guys will look at her and say, you know, she's attractive. I want to smash, and because they want to smash, they're about to start tap dancing and like being real nice. And because they've never told her the truth, she doesn't even know the truth. Recently, I was in Mallorca in Spain, right? I met this gorgeous Romanian chick, and she says, "Hey, how old do you think I look?" I'm over here with my video editor. You heard me? I'm got her on. She texted me on IG. She said, "How old do you think I look?" And I was like, "Bro, how old do you think Shorty look?" He was like, "Bro, she looked like she at least 38." I was like, "Yeah, I agree." And he was like, "What you gonna say?" And I'm like, "Not that." That's the point. You get lied to, then you get smashed and dashed, and at the end you're wondering why, because you have no sense of reality. And why does the lie work on you? Because you want to be lied to.
Or maybe we also want to smash.
You're cooking, man.
Oh yeah. There's some floors too. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to you.
Yeah, but you understand. You forget the point that you want to smash, but you want to smash under the pretext and the environment that he's created, which a lot of the times is a lie that appeases your ego.
I mean,
lie to women all the time. Huh?
Like, me personally, if I want to smash, then I don't care if you lie to me or not. Then I just want to smash.
Yeah, but
So maybe women. But
okay. Well, what does it, okay, are you just gonna hop into bed with any guy though?
I mean, not right now.
She
but
gave me
like,
a shrug, like
You triggered my trap card. So here's the thing, like, and this is kind of the process that women kind of not mess up. Excuse me, you guys forget. Did you have anything that you want to say before I get in this thread? Because I know this might be good over there. You sure you don't have
got my
anything?
back if she swing on me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be looking at you.
Oh,
This way.
Because like women often like kind of disqualify, like, I just wanted to smash. No, you don't. The guy had to make you feel comfortable. He had to say the right things. He had to dress a certain way. He had to smell good. He had to bring you back to this place, have it cleaned up, clean the bathroom, hide any embarrassing medications away, have the music going, have the fucking candles. Like, women don't understand all the fucking steps and all the work we have to do to just get you to feel comfortable. It's not like you're just gonna smash. Even the biggest whores still want to feel like there's some level of effort that was put in. So I gotta do, so like, you could sit there and say, well, I just wanted to smash.
and then I can choose who I want to smash.
Yeah, but he has to create that environment for you. And a lot of girls often don't understand this because you guys don't have to do any work to get attention. You just get the attention and decide who you're going to get reciprocated with. We have to put all the attention in. We have to make the investment, and girls often aren't aware of that. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I add on to that? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. What she's saying, it's again the effort to say, oh, we can do the same thing as you. Because
No, I don't think
sometimes
so.
we just want to smash. Yeah. And that's literally it. Damn, she thick. That's all there was to that.
Yeah.
What you're saying is completely not true. The female mating strategy is radically different than the males, especially if it's a healthy female. For example, there's a I know, right? There's a doctor, she's a female. There are two things she points out that are really important. Number one, she says that the female sex drive is generally reactive. And it's highly integrated, which is to say, yes, it's biologically driven, also psychologically, and also the culture of the society that they're in impacted as well. Men's sex drive is largely just biologically driven, almost on a routine basis. There's that. Okay, boom. So we just want to smash, unlikely to be the case. When you look at data by Dr. David Buss, one thing he points out is that when women are unfaithful, they're cheating, engaging in sex, they end up having feelings for and wanting to be in relationships with their affair partner 79% of the time. Which is to say, when they're cheating, their emotions are involved. In other words, when they have sex, they're having sex with people they actually like. And that's the rotten thing about women. You know, cheating is generally bad, but when men cheat, shit, we gonna get back to you. We still in love with you. You guys cheat and you do something filthy and dirty, which is you actually fall in love with the person you're cheating with. Which is why when women are perplexed as to how a guy can still love you and sleep with other women, we're built like that. You're not built like that. You are built to be monogamous. If you find that you're not being monogamous, you're actually reacting to trauma. Trauma often manifests in sexual dysfunction.
I mean, I agree.
At Jet2.com, you can save 10% on all flights, so there's never been a better time to book your sun and city favourites. You can fly from 12 UK airports to over 70 amazing...
No, it's scientifically proven that when women have sex, they do connect more with the person, while when men have sex, they actually get like they don't care about that person
Right.
as much anymore.
Yeah.
So I do understand that it's biologically like that's how it works. I was just saying, like, what if that specific person you were talking about also just wanting to smash out that specific time?
You know what?
Let me go back to that.
But is it did she want to just smash, or did she want to smash me in particular? Because you see, with a guy, sometimes we go out in this world on a Friday night. We want to just smash, meaning anything will do.
With a big ass?
Yeah.
I'm a nigga, bro. Sorry.
And women will go out and they need something very specific.
That's fair.
Right? And ideally, if it's a guy that they can see something with, that's ideal. Here's a sad thing with women, because they're such indirect, like very like confusing animals. You meet a woman, even on her Tinder profile, might say like not looking for anything serious. Then she meets you, she figures out like, oh man, this guy's really stable. He has a good income. He comes from a good family. He's educated. He's articulate. He's funny. Damn. Now they are looking for something serious. They lied on the profile. You're always looking for something serious, but you've been hurt so many damn times. You've been disappointed. You've been lied to. You've been cheated on. You had to have abortions. You had all these terrible things. And then you have a veneer that says, oh, I don't want to be serious, or oh, I just want to hook up. When in reality, women are always on the same program, secure long-term mate. But sometimes you guys engage in filthy behaviors and your history becomes so checkered and you become so pessimistic that you don't even think it'll work for you. And then you start creating all these stories. Maybe sometimes your story is, I've been celibate for 5 years. Sometimes your story is... I'm not even talking. No, I'm speaking categorically. No, really, I'm speaking categorically because none of you are unique. I'm not unique. He's not unique. He's not unique. We are all a type of person, but some types are more common, right? Like the three of us are all podcasters. We're a type of man. We've heard women come on the show before and say they're celibate. Am I wrong?
You're right.
Exactly. So we're speaking categorically. There are whole groups of women that have common experiences.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right that when like we do want to smash, it usually does come from like trauma or like hurt. So I totally agree with that.
We should ask the expert that's in this room right now. Okay. And actually, it's Miss Africa. Oh! How do you do it, Miss Africa? How do you choose the guys?
How do I choose guys?
What's your criteria?
Tall
PVC. What else?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so, like, I would say I would want them to be taller than me, but I would also say that that's shallow of me, and I know that.
How tall are you?
I'm almost 5'4", so it's not that, you know.
How much taller are you?
Just...
Like 5'5" will do?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're lying.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay, what else?
I have to be, like, attracted to them, physically, you know, in general. Honestly, like... If it's in terms of just like, you know, back in the day when I just wanted to smash or whatever, that's it. I just wanted to be like attracted to them, you know, feel good vibe, whatever. Taller than me, that's fine.
What is your, just let's go in for a second
Not
here.
to date though, that's a whole other category.
To smash, right? What is your to smash criteria? Like, I don't know, white, black, you know, muscular, skinny?
Okay, like, I'm not like a huge fan of white dudes. I just don't like people that look like me.
We know, bro.
Established in the first 30 seconds.
I did call that one.
You guys know, okay.
Come on, man. Yeah, we know.
Chris, I believe her.
So yeah, I guess like, I mean, I spent the last like 4 years living in East Africa, so.
Can Chris get some being fair, or is like you're like, look, that's not authentic enough. No Steph Curry's on this side. Like I'm just curious. Chris sent me a text. He's like, bro, like, let me ask her.
Can I put a tip in?
Everybody's got their like
the tip in?
Did anybody else have anything before I? Did you? You were now shaking your head the whole time. Is there anything that you want to address specifically, or no?
Think of it
as okay.
She's been defeated. Fatality.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS.
We don't know what's happened here. No one can yet give a legitimate explanation.
But you're clearly implying that it is odd. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me your lunatic conspiracy theory about how odd.
I don't have any.
You say to me,
I've been
Peter
told by
Libby
I've been told by many experts in the last 36 hours.
There's an entire cultural machine that has lied. There is an entire cultural...
real time, that's it! Right, that's why conservatives deserve absolutely zero sympathy.
That's almost gleeful. Listen, I'm sorry. That makes you, frankly, despicable.
I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. See, so why the hell, frankly, then President Trump is the king of the political comeback, even by his own lofty standards. The past 4 days have been utterly sensational, coming within a hair's breadth of assassination. Last night he made a stunning return to the spotlight of the RNC. For once, the gravity of the occasion was not lost on him.
Trump.
We are grateful for you to be our nominee for the 47th President of the United States of America.
Well, Trump hasn't made an entrance quite like that since he descended the golden escalator in 2015 to announce his first run for president. Bandaged and emotional, he walked into the arena like a UFC star and got the reception to match. Well, the many people who've criticised security failings at his rally on Saturday were quick to point out that his detail this time round seemed to be made up entirely of strapping men. But the focus of the night was undoubtedly Trump himself, and that now looks like he's seriously preparing for a return to running the country. President Biden, meanwhile, fumbled questions about his own incendiary rhetoric in the lead-up to Saturday's shooting.
You called your opponent an existential threat. On a call a week ago, you said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that
I didn't say
words
crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. Look, the truth of the matter was, what I guess I was talking about at the time was, there's very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing.
What a pathetic excuse from, frankly, an increasingly pathetic president. Let's be crystal clear. Nobody thought Biden was talking about archery when he used the word bullseye, and he knows it. The presidential move would have been to say that everyone, on all sides, needs to dial down their incendiary rhetoric. But this president hasn't looked presidential for a long time now. One positive move Biden's made in the fallout from the tragedy on Saturday is to finally order the Secret Service to protect R.F. Kennedy Jr. The last thing America needs right now is yet more political violence, especially involving a Kennedy. Well, in a moment, we'll meet tonight's panel to debate all this, but joining me now is the former counter-sniper in the State Department and the current Florida Republican Congressman, Corey Mills. Corey Mills, thank you very much indeed for joining Uncensored. First of all, I can't think of anyone better equipped in the political world than you to comment on what appears to have been a massive failing by the Secret Service on Saturday in their duty to protect President Trump. What did you make of it?
Well, I just wanted to say I really loved your monologue just now that talked about the idea of dialing down political rhetoric on both sides, as well as the dangers of utilizing words like in the bullseye or, regardless of what he says he went to indicate. It's obviously what he indicated was that he wants to put him in the crosshairs. But, I just want to go ahead and say that, this, in my opinion, is such a massive failure. It's such a big negligence on behalf of the advanced teams to say that a target, which is 160 yards away, perfectly adjacent to the stage, was outside the perimeter. The perimeter is formed and it's discerned by the counter sniper teams, by the advanced teams, and by the security details. I can tell you, as someone who has conducted thousands of advances, both on the Afghan and Iraq side, as well as for back home, has done multiple counter sniper team deployments, looking at overwatch positions, looking at how we react and mitigate threats, that this in its entirety, and I'm not a conspiracist, Pierce. I'm not one who tries to find my way to a, inside job type of setup, but I am also a military guy who believes in the what if scenarios of all things.
Why does anyone still use ponchos if they never actually work? All you need is the bearskin waterproof tactical jacket, because this thing bounces water away like a beast. It never wets out and it never sticks to your skin in bad weather. Plus, it keeps you super warm while it blocks rain on the outside because it's lined with bearskin fleece all over the inside of the jacket to keep you warm as a bear and dry as a bone.
Thousands of men and women loved the original bearskin tactical hoodie. So we added some of that magic bearskin fleece to the lining of our waterproof softshell jacket. The result? The world's first dual-layer tactical jacket with a water-repellent coating and a fleece lining to retain heat like a beast. Because honestly, wearing a plain rain jacket just isn't enough. First off, Your rain jacket only lasts a few minutes before it wets out and sticks to your skin. And secondly, most rain jackets come with 2 flimsy pockets that get your valuables soaking wet. That's why the Bearskin Soft Shell Tactical Jacket comes with 9 waterproof silicone-sealed pockets and improved rainsulation technology that's fully adjustable to block the rain. You can use the waist toggles to get the perfect fit, and you can adjust the hood too, making it perfect for hiking, cycling, or working outdoors in any weather. Wearing a bearskin waterproof tactical jacket, it feels like a shield against the rain, with the warmth of a fleece-lined bear hug on the inside. No more layers, no more cold. You're seeing this video because we want to offer you 60% off the bearskin waterproof soft shell jacket with free delivery. So go to IHateTheRain.com or click below to activate 60% off with free delivery. This limited time offer only runs for a short while. So go to IHateTheRain.com or click below to activate 60% off with free delivery. Shipping is free, so what are you waiting for? Because you know what's worse than buying an expensive rain jacket that gets soaked through? All the stuff inside your pockets gets totally wet and soaked too. That's why this is the world's only fleece-lined soft shell jacket with 9 waterproof pockets. Each of the 5 exterior pockets on the chest, arms, and waist are coated with our Beartex water repellent coating. Plus, each of the 4 internal pockets are lined with premium bearskin fleece to keep your valuables safe and cozy too. And if the fleece lining is getting a little too warm, you can open the armpit zips to dump extra heat. Finally, a waterproof soft shell jacket that feels soft as a hoodie on the inside for those freezing rainy days when you need to get outside. We guarantee you a perfect square profile that's never too bulky or baggy, with quick and easy returns if you need to change your size. To order yours, go to IHateTheRain.com or click below to activate the 60% off deal. The Bearskin Soft Shell already sold out twice last winter, with thousands of 5-star reviews. But hey, don't just take it from us. Take it from thousands of men and women across the world who already love bearskin gear. So now that you know there's a better alternative, why not get a bearskin? You've seen the proof and how easy it is to buy. So go to IHateTheRain.com or click below to activate 60% off with free delivery. The 60% off deal only lasts for a short while, so make sure you choose your size today and reserve your order.
Things. And I think the American people deserve a true investigation, not by the FBI, but by Congress, to look and identify every single area from local force consolidation, from looking at the cooperations that were on the ground, from resource allocations by the director of the Secret Service. And I think that people deserve to feel confident that this wasn't anything but massive malice or negligence as opposed to something that was intentional.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, there's some extraordinary details emerging. The local news network in Pittsburgh has reported a member of Beaver County, Pennsylvania's emergency services unit, noticed the suspicious man on the roof near the rally at 5:45 p.m., called it in and took a picture of the person, the shooter, 26 minutes before he was able to fire off 8 shots. There's then the footage, as we've seen, of other members of the public seeing him crawling across the rooftop.
That's right.
There's also snipers who are in position who appear to be looking at this guy too, and yet he's still able to fire 8.
If you bought a car between 2014 and 2021, go put the registration plate number in.
I'm telling you right now, the next time a man has a shit audacity to ask me to go around to his house before taking me out, I am robbing him. Oh, you've got a cheeky 3.5 in my pocket. You've got a stack on the floor in my pocket. You've got a lighter in my pocket. I'll teach you something about stranger danger. I'm leaving with all your shit. I'm leaving you high and dry.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see several women sharing what they need a man to do on dates with them, another throwing a tantrum because men aren't approaching her, and what one woman did to try to get a date with a man. We invite you to smash that like button. Let's support the movement. Subscribe to the channel, That's the only contribution we ask of you, guys. Add your grain of sand to the movement. Leave your experiences in the comments for any man who might need them. And without further ado, let's get started.
Next time you go on a date, you have to ask the guy this question. So I have a theory that if a man has a really strong reaction to this question, it's a sign that he doesn't like things that he can't control, which can be a red flag because if he's a control freak and likes to control every single thing and doesn't like things that are unpredictable or can be a little bit of like... So the question is really simple, but it has a meaning, I promise. You're gonna ask him how he feels about cats. And you don't even have to tell him like that you have a cat or anything. Just be like, oh, are you more of a dog person or a cat person? Like, how do you feel about cats? Now, if he has like a pretty neutral stance and he's like, oh, I mean, cats are okay. Or obviously if he's like, oh my gosh, I love cats, I have a cat, whatever, he passed the test. But if a guy has a really strong, like, disgusting reaction towards cats, and he's like, oh my god, cats are crazy, like, I can't stand them, they're mean, you know, like, we've all talked to somebody who has, like, a really strong negative reaction about cats for whatever reason, and I swear this means that those people, or, like, that person, doesn't like things that are unpredictable and that they can't control. Because dogs are pretty easy to train, but cats are a whole other story.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Gentlemen, we're failing at dates. How can a man dare to go on a date, not liking a cat, when nowadays modern women are cat moms? Every time, you have to ask about their babies. It's the first thing when you go out with a cat mom. Ask if they wear little clothes, if they clean their litter box, how old they are, where they buy their food, and while you're at it, have them tell you the brand so you know where to invest in the future, because money is spent on food. Gentlemen, we're failing. Honestly, every day I hear a new stupidity. It's just never ending. So if you like dogs, then you're a bad man. Gentlemen, cat food is the investment of the future, but at least you can fool it. The one in the next video will leave you speechless.
So I have zero shame in telling a man that after 3 months you are paying my bills. If you're not, bye-bye.
Oh, I can hear the hearts just breaking from here.
There's 7 billion people in the world. If you can't do it, somebody else will. So I have no shame. I'm kind of sort of trying to find somebody to bring me food every once in a while. Like, yeah. So the guy next said, yeah, between the 2 and he said no.
That's not surprising at all, because it sounds like that man actually has some self-respect.
Like, the guy knows. Oh, I really like this. Yeah, I would say no. Maybe I threw it out there too soon.
You shouldn't have thrown it out there at all.
I can't help you, men. Don't talk to us. You're not the one. We're not talking to broken.
Fortunately, not all women think like that. But unfortunately, it is the ones that do that tend to speak the loudest. And are the main reason that a lot of men are choosing to remain happily single.
Woman, that plan doesn't work. What you should do is come with a price tag. Let me explain. 2 hours with me, $200. For a certain yoga position, add $100. If you choose the 5-hour package, including the doggy-style yoga position, $500. But better yet, with the purchase of the 15-day plan for $1,300, you have the right to come to my house every night for an hour. If you pay the rent of $2,500, 2 hours every day for a month, with some extra perks. So take advantage of the cost and benefit offer I'm giving you. Gentlemen, nowadays women only see men as ATMs, so you have every right to ask for your benefits. Then they're the ones who get offended when a man suggests they come over to his place to watch Netflix. We're just transactions for modern women. She's surprised that the guy told her no and acts offended. I'm telling you, it's better to go on a date with a pricing plan. That way, you can just buy the packages if you want. This is what a woman from the streets trying to disguise herself as a serious woman looks like. That's how all modern women think, that men are obligated to pay their bills just because they're women. Then, after 30, they wonder why they're still single, or why no one wants them, like the woman in the next video.
because women say they may rather pick a bear over a man. So why the hell would men approach you? Or even look in your direction? But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatorial, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do. They don't know if they're going to be used for dates. They don't know if they're going to be manipulated and then called a narcissist. And in this particular video, she's also asking why did they approach her because she looks the way that she looks. But the bottom line is most women are basic. There's nothing special to them. We all look the freaking same. So yeah, you actually have to come with more than just your looks. You actually need a personality nowadays too. Okay, bye.
There's a saying that goes, you reap what you sow. When men were chivalrous, they were humiliated, even for simple things like opening a door. When a man paid for everything, he was accused of being impressive. When a man paid for a date, he was insulted for trying to feel superior to the woman and diminishing her because she could also pay her part. So we realized that we don't have to put up with this crap, that we avoid more problems by moving on from it, by following our own lives. We no longer want to date a girl who will later make a TikTok video humiliating us. We don't want a woman to post a photo of us on social media that a group of bitter women will make our lives hell over. We're tired of being used as an ATM, being demanded extravagant weddings and expensive rings just to get the title of wife, only to be treated like garbage afterward. We're fed up with all that crap. Now, we'll work for ourselves, focus on improving our health, our financial life, becoming high-value men. We'll stop rescuing ungrateful women who you make sure to give everything to, only for them to later say they were with an abusive man. Women who only want you while you're useful, and when you get sick, they're the first ones to take everything you have. We've heard what they wanted to tell us, so forget the predator and go with the bear. You'll be better off with him.
I saw this really cute guy at the grocery store the other day.
Okay, so what happened?
And naturally, I followed him to the checkout counter, and when he gave the cashier his credit card, I peeped it to see what his name was. And then I Googled him and found his social media profiles. So I went through his friends list, and I found his mother's page.
There's a word for all of this.
And then I looked through his mother's page, and I saw that she was a member of this book club that's in my area. So I sent a request to join the book club. Thanks for the touch-up. So I went to the book club meeting, and I met his mom there, and we bonded over some books that we both liked, and she just thought I was surprised.
Little did she know.
I thought it was randomly she let me know that she had a son who's single also that lives in my area, and maybe it would be cool for us to get together and chat sometime. So I gave her my number, which she gave to her son, and this morning he texted me and asked if I'd like to get together this weekend and do something. So I guess we're gonna go on a date. I'm really excited.
My goodness, just think one could have avoided having to put on that entire ruse if one would have just walked up to the guy and started a conversation, and maybe one would have gotten his number that way. I can't imagine how thrilled he's going to be to find out the actual details of how you actually met.
Oh my gosh, put it out! Mom, hurry! Towel, yes. Hurry.
Oh, hell no!
Or even better, imagine the mother's face finding out how this crazy woman tracked her son. She's probably over the moon to have her as a daughter-in-law. Gentlemen, this is worrying. This bitch is crazy. Here I want to highlight two things. Firstly, it's a myth that men are the hunters. The real hunters are women. A woman will make everything easy for the man she genuinely feels attracted to. That's why you see these guys using dating apps being successful on them. They see how these women even invite them to their homes without them doing anything because she will pave the way for the man she likes. Secondly, getting into the topic, what this woman did is not just harassment, but worse because she's not in jail. Imagine if it had been a man doing all of that to pursue a woman. This man would have been all over the New York Times. Women watching the video would have labeled him as a harasser or some kind of pervert, or the favorite word of many now, a predator. Gentlemen, consider the number of women who go out like this just to meet you. What would happen if you leave her, cheat on her, or if you end up having something with her? I don't even want to imagine it because nobody can tell me that what she did is normal. That's the behavior of a harasser.
I think my least favorite question to be asked by a man is, how are you still single? I get that some men are saying it as a compliment, but most men are saying it with the implication of like, what's the hidden baggage? Actually, I did once have a man ask me literally verbatim what the baggage I was hiding was. And I wish that they did really want to know. Because if they wanted to know, I could tell them that a relationship with a man is not the prize. Commitment in general is not the prize. And I don't say that to mean all men are trash or a relationship isn't something that I want. Instead, I say that to mean I spent the entirety of my 20s in relationships with men that significantly decreased my quality of life. In fact, your choice in partner is probably the single most important choice you can make. It affects your health, both mental and physical, because those UTIs, girl, they're telling you to run. It affects your money, your productivity, just your happiness. And that is the prize for me. Happiness, joy, enjoyment. I want to enjoy my life. And that means a partner that makes it joyful and makes it easy. Easier than it is right now. You're not making my life easier or happier. If it is harder to communicate or make plans with you than it is a girlfriend, for example. If you are making me feel at all stressed or unsure or confused. If you are not making me feel like the most beautiful human to walk the earth. Why would I want that? It's not a prize, it's a liability. Because the price of the bag is going up. And I worked really hard to get here. So yeah, that's what I would say if they really did want to know. I don't really think that they want to know, so I just feed them some line like, I'm really picky, or I'm really selective. Which I am, but that's not what I mean.
Here we go again with the purse thing. Let me tell you something, it's nice to feel like you have a lot of perceived value.
Can we regroup, please?
But
Just
because
regroup.
someone
Don't
wants
go
you
along my
doesn't
right,
mean
you're just gonna
it
die.
increases your value. Your value is determined by the sexual marketplace. Don't get me wrong, every person is valuable, but there's a difference between your value as a person and your value in the dating market. Now, why do I say this? Men wonder when they see a good-looking woman who's single, especially when she says she spent her 20s in relationships with men. That tells us you've probably been with several chads, men who bring nothing to the table but their seed. That tells us there's a high body count. You might say those were the men you saw as partners, but that doesn't count what they were just for flings. And that tells us that nobody wanted to stay with you, that there's some problem there. Listen to how it affects my health and my money. In several videos, I've seen that nowadays, women only bring their presence to the table. When they refer to money, it means they're missing out on the chance to be with a better man than you, who would give them more money. And when it comes to productivity, it means they're wasting years of their lives. What women value most are the years they invest with you, because the older they get, the harder it is to get the ring or the beta provider who will provide long-term financial security. So gentlemen, ask why she's single if she's in her 30s. It's better to find out why she's hit the wall, because the wall doesn't forgive.
People have asked me if my big brother is supportive, that I do. At the end of the day, he's happy that I'm happy, but he benefits too. My brother is turning 23 next week. I balled out just a little. On a for real note, he's never really had super nice things, and it is so nice to get to ball out on my family for their birthdays and Christmas. All my homies eat.
Have you ever seen the magic glasses that can see clearly without glasses?